Hello everyone and welcome back to a new round of Let's Play World of Warcraft Classic. This time we are actually in Darkshore. I made my way from tomorrow. We did some quests that were still open and I also made a quick stop in Loch Modan. And well, we are close to level 13 thanks to that. I also did some professions, and one of the most important things, I finally got a greater magic wand, which will increase our leveling speed, our overall damage by a huge amount. And it's really nice that we finally got one. And yeah, let's just see how things go. I think the Darkshore is probably one of my, well, one of the zones that I play the most, especially like when I started out. Because for the first few playthroughs I was Night Elf / Alliance player, and I really like to level in the zone. It has some sort of spiraling kind of quest hubs, so first you start out of here and then it goes all the way. And also some pretty straightforward quests, like a lot of kill and collect. And yeah, I like it. I think it's a better option than Loch Modan. I also think Loch Modan wouldn't have like, I would not even be level 16 I think at the end of that quest zone, although it's also quite nice, and it's something I think that's also a bit special because almost no one does it. But I'm also not one of those guys, and yeah, I decided for Darkshore. By the way, this is like a pre-recording today. It won't be that long. Maybe maybe like a level, or not even that. I'm currently working on something, and well, might take me some time to finish that. Oh, I also have to pick up the bus box quest. So yeah, no like long stream today. Maybe around midnight. But I don't know. Let's see how far I will come with the things I've planned, and then we might do it. But yeah, for now, thanks for joining me. I hope you will enjoy this little playing session, and that we can make some good progress. So I think first of all I will check out this place, because if I would go here first, then I would miss out on a quest that is actually given to us by this guy right here. So I think I will go this way, maybe picking up some strider meat in the process. Crawler legs are also pretty important. And I should not forget to pick up this washed ashore, like the sea creature. This is one of the most important things, because if you don't do this quest, then like a lot of stuff that comes after it, you won't be able to do it. So let's just go straight to it and make sure to complete it. Because again, if you don't do the washed ashore quest and the follow up to that, then you won't be able to collect all the sea creatures. Like well, that's the one we need, so we can of course collect that one. But also like a lot of other of those sea creatures that are all over the place. So very important quest. Always make sure to pick that one up. Let's also kill some of those crawlers while we're at it. Actually cancel that. Bit used to our awakening, I think. Where like our corruption is actually instant. So I hope that mistake won't happen too often. But yeah, I guess I will remember it now. Also thanks to everyone that participated so far on the giveaway. I wish you the best of luck. And of course, as always, I would like to give all of you a key, and I'm already sorry for the ones under you that won't be able to receive one. But from what I've heard, and I guess that's something that's quite some interesting news, like people who actually are playing the game right now will receive another set of keys. I'm not too sure if I will get another set as well, because I just recently like received 4 of them. But like you don't have to be a streamer or anything, so just basically people that are already in the beta will receive some keys to give away to their friends. So I already saw a lot of comments like, hey, I got a key already, but I would like to get one for my friends, we can play together and stuff. So I think that's something you can very much look forward to. But okay, I guess enough about WoW Awakening. I'm not too sure if I should mix those two kind of things up, because I could imagine that a lot of WoW Classic players and vanilla players are maybe not that interested in WoW Awakening and might even like have a slight grudge against it, just because it's a custom and not like Bliss-like. So I guess I should be a bit careful, or like should not talk about it too much. Oh, nice. It's super good that oh, wow, that was the German accent. Super good. It's really nice that this quest works. I had a lot of servers so far where nothing happened, and I did this quest like 3 times in a row, and there were some tweaks to it. Like some people said I had to do it out of combat and lure the bear in, basically. Then other people said no, you have to be in combat first before you can even use the trap, and I did all kind of stuff, and in the end I think it came down to luck to actually complete this quest. So I'm very happy that this one went the way it just did. Should be able to. Oh wow, that's not good. But really handy level up there. Like the discovery should be around the spot right here. I think I also got like life funnel now. Yeah, should make sure to use that once it's needed. Let's just pick that one up real quick before it despawns. So yeah, let's actually use it here. Sacrificing some of our own HP, but that's okay. It's still better than losing the mount. Alright. Let's head a bit more into this area. Yeah, there we are. Okay. I decided to go with Marky Marks. It sounds a bit strange, I know, but by the way, great content creator. I guess, like, if you know me, then you already know him. There's a lot of nice class guides, and don't get, like, weirded out by the name. It's like, if you search the real Marky Mark, World of Warcraft, maybe I even have a link in the description. What I'm trying to say here, great content creator, and he did a, like, build about warlocks, so I will go with his kind of talent build. I already like did some mistake by putting in like points here first, but we will eventually do it like in a few levels, so it's actually not that big of a deal. But for the first few levels it's actually really good to have this improved Train Soul. So next thing we will do is get some more in suppression and then into Train Soul, because that increases our mana regen and will help out a great deal regarding sustain. And yeah, so that's the thing we are going to do. I guess as long as we have mana or like health to use our life tap, we can actually just go for that. But I would also like to see how good the wand is, because I know for a fact that by the like for priests, for example, it's just completely insane. Like the amount of damage you do is off the charts, and oh, that's also not the thing I need to use here. There we are. Like it's a huge increase and a huge help if you have a wand like as a priest. So let's see how good it is for a Warlock. Yeah, I mean, regarding we don't even use our mana, this is pretty insane. I guess like a short dot, short dot here and there. That's at least something we can do. But yeah, really nice damage. Okay. I think it's actually not the worst idea to hand in some quests first. So, especially like the Crawler quest. We need a few more of those, but like there are a lot of quests, especially early on, like as soon as you hand them in, they will give you some really nice follow-up quests, and that will spare you a lot of time walking. Take this one for example. Like it's really good to pick that one up as early as possible, because you need to kill 20 of those rapid fizzle bears, and like every bear you come across and have to kill because he's chasing you, for example, and you don't have the quest, it's pretty much just wasted. So there are a lot of those quests here where you basically give you follow-up quests that allow you to be very efficient about the way you go and like what you pick up. So always make sure to hand in the first few quests as early as possible. I will also do the bus box quest as fast as possible, since this one also, like the follow-up also requires me to kill and collect, and again, like if I just kill without the quest, then I lose a lot of efficiency. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind that. Same thing with this here, for example, like the tube I just received. I will make my way eventually, like around this place, and if I would not have the quest, then maybe you have to just come back later just for this one. So it's always good to do as much quests as possible, like at one go. I guess that's rather self-explanatory, but it's really important for Darkshore. I guess you can say the same thing about the Wash the Shore quest line. Again, just because you can actually collect stuff once you do it. So we will hand it in. Sorry. And now we have to swim all the way out there. Might even have to wait a little bit, just because I think the respawn timer on this thing is like, don't let me lie, but it tends to be around 10 minutes. Let's say 5. I think on Nost it was 5 minutes, but I'm not so sure. Like there was one time there was a server where it was completely bugged out, so I just hope we get lucky here. Also doing the Crawler leg quest in the meantime. Again, all about that efficiency. Okay, oh, there it is. Oh yeah, that Gaffer Check quest line, that's a pretty annoying one. It revolves around fishing, and you already have to do like a fishing quest in Darkshore. The one right here. Do we actually have it yet? I'm not too sure. Doesn't look like it. But yeah, there's actually a fishing quest. And looks like there's someone else already trying to, or maybe he just got it. Well, then we might have to wait a bit here. But yeah, there's like a quest you have to do, where you have to fish. I'm not too sure why I did not pick it up or why I wasn't qualified for it. I think it's because of the of a certain quest you have to do first, or maybe my skill is not high enough. But yeah, there are like 2 fishing quests in the Darkshore, so if you are going for them, then at least make sure to have both of them, because this let's see again, this Gafferjack that we just saw. Oh no, there it is actually, the family and the fishing pole. So this one is the first one, and like those are fishes that drop randomly, and the same thing goes for the... Oh, damn it. I'm such an idiot. Sorry, guys. I guess it's not that bad, since we had to wait anyway. I hate when that happens. I mean, usually it doesn't, if I'm like not recording or something, but in this case it was just pretty stupid. But yeah, to finally finishing my point here, those Gafferjacks, they have a horrible drop rate. And since fishing itself is already kind of boring, you can really get a bit frustrated there, because it just... Well, some of those Gafferjacks just won't drop. I mean, us dying there is not that bad. We lose some durability, but in the end, I mean, we still had to wait for the turtle remains, so I guess it's not a big deal. I just hope that they will respawn and like are not bugged out. Not back yet, and if the mage just picked it up, then it might take another while. I guess what you can do is 1. Search for clamps around the wash the shore creature. I guess this one is not really wash the shore, right? More like just underwater. And like search for clamps. There are also some murlocs right here, so you can actually kill them as well. And well, you can also fish, since I mean it's something you have to do in Darkshore, as I just explained. But let's get back our World Walker first. Yeah, generally speaking, I would say that Darkshore is actually a really nice leveling place, and I would recommend it for you. Maybe even if you are like going for a speed run, because the Night Elf starting zone is not as crowded, and you might be able to get like a head start. And if you know like what quests pick up, and obviously not the fishing ones, but like what quests to pick up, then yeah, you might have a good time here. So yeah, let's just do this real quick. I will keep an eye on the remains. Something you also have to keep in mind, like starting out on the Night Elf starting zone, if you want to go for mining, engineering, maybe even like smithing, it's really not that good, because like on Teldrassil itself, like the Night Elf 1 to 10, oh I think there it is, 1 to 10, let's say 11, 12, maybe leveling zone, there are actually no ores, like no copper veins, and also no tin, obviously. So that might be something you have to consider if you are going for Night Elf Warrior. Then you, well, have a bit of a, how's the word? Let's just say it's not that efficient. And I guess if you are trying to go for like a speed run or anything, then it's no matter, it does not matter anyway. I mean, this is just something, maybe if you would decide to go for like a new character and like want to take your time, want to take it slow, then at least for me this was always something that kept me away from picking up the mining and smithing skill, at least as a night elf. I mean, Darkshore is okay-ish since it does not start immediately with like tin ore, so that you can't even like make up for the loss you had for the first few levels. But I've come to know that it does not quite, it's not quite enough to actually get your stuff up to par. Of course, one thing you can do is like maybe sending yourself some ores, like from a high character. Let's hit him with D. Okay. And in that way, you can actually smelt the ores, and with that you also can, well, increase your level. I talked about this in an earlier episode. Like, if you want to get up your mining skill, then always make sure to smelt the ores first, so that you can actually increase the skill before mining new ones. So I guess that's always an option you have. Only need one more Coral Electro. Yeah, by the way, those fishing quests, if I do them, I will do them, of course, like off screen. We just did this real quick since we had to wait anyway. But this is like not something I want to do on screen. Alright. Yeah, this is looking good. Washed Ashore quest line already completed. Let's head in this one right here. I guess the nice thing, since we traveled so much and also picked up some quests here and there, like our level is actually quite okay. Oh nice, that's a good drop. So we have let's just say we have a good start here. Usually if you get here, you are maybe around level 11. So being level, yeah, we were almost 13 when we got here, helps out a lot. So now that we did those two quests, we can actually venture ahead and also like gain all the Washed Ashore creatures that are around this area and also this area. So it's a really, really nice thing, and again, always make sure to pick that quest line up before you travel out.
Feel free to browse.
Okay, let's sell some junk. Okay, should be good enough. I would like to keep this stuff for maybe some cooking later on. So we need some more strider meat. Yeah, that's stuff we will get along the way. You will do a lot of walking in Darkshore, especially later on, when you have to like go from here to here to here. So again, it's like a circle and it spirals higher and higher. So yeah, after a while you have to do your fair share of walking, which I guess also pushes some people away from this questing zone, but it's something that is just, I mean, that's just vanilla WoW actually. Like in every zone there's some traveling time involved, and that's actually not something you can get around. I guess Loch Modan or like maybe even Red Ridge is a bit smaller, so there might be a bit less traveling time. But you also like have to travel between those questing zones to actually have a chance. Otherwise you just are completely underleveled after a short time. Like there won't be enough quests in your level range before you can move on. So you have to do a lot of backtracking there as well. I should also not forget to do this quest. Also important side note here. After you do this quest, there will be one where you like have to go back to the place and actually use some sort of water, magic water, from the moon well. And I always, not always, but a lot of the time I totally forget that it's like not in the vial itself, but you rather have to go to the moon well in Auberdine and use your vial there and fill it actually with the water. Otherwise, you just stand there like an idiot trying to use your item and realizing, oh, it actually does not work. And interestingly enough, there's actually another quest where this is the case later on. So there are 2 quests in Auberdine where you really have to be careful and like maybe read the quest text, but I'm saying it to you now, and once you see them you know what kind of quests they are. And in this case really just take a quick trip to the moon well, fill up those vials, and then you can do the quest just fine. I mean, this is quite forgiving, like it's about around the corner, but then there's one where you actually have to collect a lot of stuff, summon some guy, and then you just realize, oh, it's not possible, I don't have it. So, yeah. Just a short heads up there. Alright. You know, having like 2 points in improved corruption is actually quite okay. I mean, for PvP, I guess you want to have it maxed out so you can stay mobile and you can damage your enemy over time. But I mean, in this case, let's be honest, global cooldown is a thing, and like it just ended like my cast and now I can use stuff, so it really doesn't matter. Like 2 points are more than enough early on, I think. That's why the next few points will also go into suppression. Because if someone resists your stuff, that's obviously really bad. I guess that's rather self-explanatory. But yeah, this is going very smoothly now with the wand. That's actually amazing damage. And we have no downtime thanks to that. I mean, it's especially good since we are like at the exact same level that we can actually use the wand. So that helps. I guess it will like scale back once we have a bit of a higher level, but for now it's really just amazing. I guess you could say it's wonderful. Get it? Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, we actually don't need to kill those whistle bears. They don't provide us with anything. But sometimes they just get in your way. Also a tip I just heard recently from is that you always should try to kill everything that's in your way. Like, especially as a caster, you have certain downtimes and certain times where you basically walk away, and while that is happening you reach an up, and once you reach your full mana again, you should always try to utilize this immediately and like just kill stuff along your way, as long as you like until you get down again, like with your mana, with your overall resources. And once that's the case, then keep walking again. But for example, like leveling wise, it is really not a bad idea to just kill like a few of those yellow mobs, since we are like at a good level right now, and as you can see there are even some green mobs right now. We don't have to do it actually. Like for this leveling zone we had a good enough of a start, like a good enough of a leveling of a level to begin with. But in case you have some trouble and you think, oh, why am I always underleveled for the certain zone I'm in, then the reason might be that you just don't grind enough, that you just don't kill enough of those enemies, even though they don't do anything for you. I mean, I keep saying that you should be mindful that the enemies you kill are actually for your quest, but sometimes that's not possible, and especially like if you have all of your resources, then you should always try to utilize them and yeah, just pick up an enemy here and there. Like in the end it adds up and it actually allows you to stay around your level area and not get like out-leveled by enemies. So that's something really important, I think. By the way, the bar you are seeing down there, I usually have it for my hunter, but it's also not that bad, I guess, for the warlock, although it does not really do anything. It's not as crazy, but what it does is show like it helps timing with the timing of your auto shots, basically. That's the thing. It's kind of hard to explain with the wand right now, since well, it just stays on top. But basically, if the bar is going up, there's like it shows the cooldown that your auto shot is on, and then it declines again, so that is the point where you can actually move or like use a global cooldown. And once it's up again, you should immediately try to stop and utilize your auto shot. I guess it's a bit better if we are actually like on a hunter and I could show you. But yeah, really important add-on for hunters. For warlock, not that much, but it still like shows since we are shooting stuff. It's called, I think, Rais or Rise. Rias or Rise? I think Hunter Bar or something like that. Might also put a link in the description. But yeah, helps out a lot. It's actually not even worth to use the Curse of Agony. Maybe not even to use anything, to be honest. Maybe a Corruption, but I'm not too sure of... maybe just Immolate is better, and then just using the wand. I guess a Corruption wouldn't hurt. Oh, nice. Ah, leather, okay. Was already excited because like off the owl gear is quite nice for sustain and like for leveling. So yeah, but it's something for druids. Okay guys, I think we will like try to get those. I don't know if I said it already. Sorry if I repeat myself here, but I'm a bit confused right now. But yeah, we will try to complete this quest right here, and then I think we will leave it at that. So again, I have some stuff coming up. I want to try out a few things. Like there's a video I've been working on for quite a while now, and I'm not too sure yet when I can release it, but I hope you will enjoy it. I'm really impressed by the power of our wand. I mean, I was already expecting that it would be much better. But like our uptime is just amazing. I just want to see if maybe like casting 3 shadow bolts might be better. I guess we also have to visit like a trainer. But warlocks, I don't think they can use swords. I know that mages can, but I think warlocks can't. Can they? Maybe they can actually. Huh. I should know that. I should really know that. Yeah, I guess as long as we have mana, we can actually just spam shadow bolts. That might be like, let's say 1 or 2. Oh, that's why he's dying so fast. I was already like wondering. Damn it. Should have feared him to begin with. I thought I could heal him quick enough, like my Void Walker. Did he just do 90 damage? No, okay. Was just like a display that I'm on low health. And it was bad. I think I have at least like 1 more, that's good. Yeah, that was bad. Should have feared him right away, so my Void Walker would have survived. Obviously, stuff like this is a huge hit to your overall leveling speed, like having to resummon your pet. You should always try to avoid this. But yeah, sometimes it's just not possible. Okay, that's nice. I was about to say I'm getting a bit unlucky like with the last few drops here, but we should be fine. Shadow's Evil. That's like a name I I would have chosen back in the day. That's actually pretty fitting. I think my first character was called Blue Star. I know. Hey, in case you remember like what your first character was named, and if it's also a bit cheesy, then yeah, you can tell me in the comments below, I guess. I would actually be quite interested if like I was the I know that I'm not the only one who had like a cliched kind of character name, and there are a lot of people that did it like Shadow Elf, Shadow, I don't know, anything with Shadow basically. Especially like being German, this was like something super edgy and cool. Like if you had an English name and it was something like Shadow, then yeah, you were pretty much very cool. I guess as far as a World of Warcraft player could be cool back in the day. But yeah, let me know if you also had some funny or goofy names. And I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short episode. If you did, please leave a rating. It helps out a ton and it helps the channel grow in a much better way. So would be really appreciated. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. There will be a stream soon, I guess. And until then, thanks for tuning in.